Hey folks, how's everybody? Uncle Jesse here. How's my family, friends, and fans in Chelsea? How you doing, folks? Well, I always do videos on Fridays when I come over to visit my parents. But I'm going to be going away for a couple of days to Virginia to some family business. So anyway, I know someone last week, oh not last week, but for a few months been asking me to do a video on the London Terrace, and I'm sorry, but I have a lot of requests. But today I'm going to be doing a short tour of the London Terrace. Of course, I won't be able to go inside because I know years ago you were able to go inside. I remember as kids, we used to go through 24th Street, cross over to 23rd, vice versa. But everything is closed now, and you can't get into the building like before. I guess the tenants got pissed off, and they pay a lot of money. They don't want people walking through that building. So years ago, yeah, there was a doorman and an elevator man each floor, each building. You would be able to walk in between. I forgot the number, but in between you would walk, and you would get from 24th to 23rd, or 23rd to 24th, vice versa. So, but now everything's all closed up, and it's one doorman every couple of buildings. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to be filming outside the London Terrace, so that and you can see the London Terrace behind me. London Terrace is one of the oldest apartment buildings here in Chelsea. It was built in the 1930s. It was a self-contained building. It had its own bakery. It had a nursery. It still has, I guess, a swimming pool. It had a gym and all that good stuff that people with money, have the amenities. So anyway, this is the London Terrace. You can see it. I'm on the corner 29th and 9th Avenue. Let me just turn this camera around. Okay, and there goes the London Terrace. Okay, so it's gone through a couple of stages of remodeling, especially. The corner building is called the London Terrace Towers. That's been so what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be spinning around. I'm going to go from 23rd and 9th, and I'm going to go around 24th. This building actually takes up a whole block. So it's from 24th to 23rd to 24th, and from 9th to 10th. So one whole block. So it's like, this is big. So I'm going to be walking westbound on 23rd Street, and then I'm going to go, when I get to 10th Avenue, I'm going to come back around to 9th Avenue. I'm going to do the whole block. Okay, so stay with me. So folks, last week I did a video where I showed you where the old Waylands used to be, and this is the old Waylands, and which is closed down. Lately it was a bank, and they closed down the bank, and it's just it's up for rent now, I guess. So yeah. Now I'm approaching building 405. This is building 405. And you see 405, and I'll show you right there. There goes the number 405, right? So this is what the building looks like. And there's a couple of things there. There's a coffee shop there called Joe Coffee. There used to be a deli and a cafe here for a while, which now is out of business. I guess didn't survive the pandemic. From what I understand, there used to be a side entrance here to the Shopwell. When the supermarket Shopwell was around the corner, this was a side entrance. And over here you have the Highline Cleaners. This is kind of new to me. I've never noticed Highline Cleaners. And then of course this is the parking lot to the London Terrace. And let me just show you. Let me show you the prices here. Very expensive. Monthly, the parking costs $591. And for a half hour, it's $12.67. Hey, you go figure. So anyway, folks, this is the London Terrace here. They've done a lot of new doors here, and the front of it has been changed a little bit, but basically it's the same design. The doors have been changed throughout the years. When my father actually worked in the London Terrace many years ago, 30 somewhat years ago, 40 somewhat years ago. So this is most of it has been redone. The new windows. They definitely all have new windows. And you can notice in there, these things have all been restored. New doors, new ramps. Years ago, this is the main building. This is London Terrace Gardens, and this is the building actually that you used to be able to go from one side to the other. So now they have a ramp here, and nice brass doors. Okay. So And like I said, new windows. So not really much. There's a ramp that leads down to the basement. Not really, so this is really basically, they've done some stuff out here that is kind of new, but not much of a difference. Let me take you across the street. Across the street is basically that building is new, well, fairly new. That used to be an empty lot there, and that building there used to be abandoned. When we were kids, we used to play in there. It's an abandoned building, and these are all townhouses, and most of them have been restored and worth a lot of money, So, yeah, folks. So this is the London Terrace, and I'm doing this video for, I believe, Mike Velasquez. I think it is. I think he requested the video on the London Terrace. It goes 435, also locked up. So years ago, folks, like I was saying, these buildings, each one of them had a doorman. And now I guess to save money, all the doors are locked. And there's only, like, every other building has a doorman, something like that. So they saved on doormen. And the elevator, I think they're automatic elevators now and all that stuff. So, yeah. So here goes the guy fixing some loose bricks. And, okay, so this is the other building, 445. And here there's a doorman in there. There's a doorman sitting back there, and this is another ramp that was built. And now you just open the door with a key, like you swipe a key and you walk into the building and stuff. So yeah, signs of the times. They get rid of the doorman, and they put automatic, swipe doors where you swipe a card and you get in. There is the doorman though. I've seen one or two of them at different entrances. And this is another entrance, 455. And you can see the entrance. And I don't know. Inside I can't really see inside too much. And I don't want to get too close. People are looking at me. But this is what it looks like now. This is basically the same thing. You see behind me, you see inside. Over here towards the end is I'm approaching 23rd and 10th, and this is the other building, London Terrace Towers. And there's a restaurant out here, and there's scaffolding here like everything else in New York City. There's scaffolding all over the place. There's never ending stop. For many years there was a restaurant here in 461, which right now I believe it's closed. Yeah, it's closed, definitely closed. So this building here in the corner, and this is a store for rent. Okay, another place. And this is 465. This is the corner building. This is the corner. Let me go back here. This is the corner building, 465, and this is the tower. Okay, and there's a Chelsea barbershop here. Chelsea barbershop. And the Chase Bank. Actually, folks, when I was a kid, this Chase Bank used to be a chemical bank. I don't know if you guys remember Chemical Bank, but that's what it was. So, okay, I reached the corner of 23rd and 10th Avenue, 23rd and 10th, and I just want to show you, spin this around, and show you what it looks like down here. Very different from those days. Okay, so over here was a gas station, and now it's this building right there. So this is the corner, 23rd and 10th Avenue. There's a CVS there. Okay. And of course, this is what 10th Avenue looks like looking southbound. All these new buildings. The High Line in the foreground there, background. And restaurants. The Pottery Barn. You remember that? Where the Pottery Barn was. It's that building right there. And that used to be the Pottery Barn. And which is no longer there. So now I'm walking. I'm gonna walk up to. I'm gonna walk up to 24th Street. So I got in the corner. So I'm in the corner 24th, 23rd, and 10th, and I'm gonna walk up to 24th Street now. Okay, so stay with me. So folks, the old one, the post office is actually still here. It's been there for so many years. I forgot what they call it, the old London station. And actually, there it goes. It's still here. It's been fixed up a couple times, but it's still here. It's still here. Right in the corner, 24th and 10th Avenue. And I'll show you. It's the London Terrace, the London Terrace station. London Terrace station. They have mailboxes now and all that other stuff, and it's just been all new. Oh. Another building, 440. That's 440. So this is what it looks like. Everything's all covered up. On 24th Street, seems like they're doing major construction. Not that much on 23rd, but major construction. So I hope you scaffolding up there. So yeah. Another ramp. This was not here years ago, but of course they have to be. It's got to be handicap accessible, so they have a ramp. And they've. This is the building 430, and okay. So like I said, years ago, you were able to, you know, even if you didn't live in the building, the doors were open, and you would go into one side on 24th Street, and you would walk across, and there was a section, a section in the building that would take you over to 23rd Street. And people used to go vice versa. When we were kids, we used to play around and go run through the buildings. And I guess maybe that's why they closed down the building. Now everybody, all the doors have doormen and, what have you. So my father used to work, I think, in maintenance department there in the building. So that's what he did. So folks, there's a grocery store here that I never seen. I never noticed. It's called R&L Grocery. I've never seen this grocery store. It's very small, and but it looks pretty. It looks like it got a lot of stuff in there. Yeah. And the dry clean. This dry clean is actually has been there for many years. And one of my brother's first jobs, many moons ago, was that dry cleaners there. I don't believe that it's the same owners now, but. There was a cleaners there, and one of my brother's first jobs was that dry cleaner there. And I'm in the corner of 410, which is the London Terrace Towers. And of course, now we get to the corner where Christie's is. There goes the name Christie's. And Christie's used to be where Shopwell used to be, and it looked bigger now than now. This Christie's, but this is where the Shopwell used to be. And my mother shopped there for many years, and yeah. So, and across the street, folks, there was well, they took the sign down, but for many years there was a Chinese laundromat, which unfortunately I believe that the guy went out to lunch and he got hit by a car on 9th Avenue and killed. And I believe that's where it was right there. The gates are closed, so obviously that's going to close down. So folks, this is Christie's. The supermarket. They got a pharmacy back there, Christie's. As a matter of fact, that's where my parents pick up their medication. And this is the entrance to the Christie's. And this is all Christie's here. And this is where it used to be the old Shopwell. One of the oldest things here that I noticed, that I know for many years, as long as I was a kid, is the wine and spirits here. This place has been here forever. I guess, if you're gonna open up a business, open up a bar or a liquor store, I don't see them going out of business that much. But this is, and you can see the original. This is the original entrance here, the doorway, and now they have like this big steel gate there. It's like a vault, I guess, to close it up at night. But this is the liquor store, and it's been here for many years. And this is it. I don't know. It's obviously not the same owners, but and over here, close over here, there used to be a stationery. I forgot the guy's name. It was a small stationery. My mother used to go in there buy new cigarettes and newspaper and stuff like that. And then, of course, we got back to the corner where Wayland's used to be. And Wayland's was like the CVS of my days. It was a pharmacy. It had a counter which had like milkshakes and malteds. I think they made like grilled cheese and stuff like that. And that right there is boarded up. That used to be the entrance of Wayland's. And I posted a while back a picture of myself and my sister in Wayland's many moons ago. And So I'm back to where I started. I started on 23rd Street and 9th Avenue, and now I'm 20 and right back to where you was. And then of course around the corner here used to be a newspaper stand, which no longer there. The newsstand would be out here, right there, right where a couple is, and that would be where the newsstand was. So folks, this is it. This is the tour of the London Terrace. Not much. I mean, I can't obviously go into the building. I mean, I wish I could, but so anyway, folks. I hope that the person, I think it's Mike Velasquez. I hope that you and everyone that enjoys this video of the London Terrace, or at least the outskirts of the London Terrace. And yeah, it's a nice building. I've been in there a few times. I went there with somebody who worked there. I went downstairs to the basement. I've walked through there, like I said, as a kid, running around the building. And also, when my father worked there, I think I went there a couple of times, many moons ago, I don't remember. And then, of course, I went there to visit two people that lived there. I won't mention their names, and I won't tell you why I went to visit. Use your imagination, but yes, I've been in there visiting 2 times. So oh my God. Whew. God. Folks, it's hot out here. You gotta use some kind of deodorant. Be nice. My motto is be nice, smell nice. Be nice, smell nice. So let me just turn this around here. This store here, this store right there, used to be the original store where Jimmy's was, right? For those who remember. And this is 9th Avenue. So folks, I hope you enjoyed this video of the London Terrace. I know it was short and wasn't much to show, but I hope you guys have enjoyed it. God bless you guys. Stay warm, stay cool, and I'll see you guys when I get back from Virginia. I'm gonna, like I said, a family business, and I love you guys. Always do from the bottom of my heart. This is Uncle Jussie from Chelsea. My love for Chelsea. Visit my videos on YouTube. It's called Chelsea in My Heart. There's a lot of videos there, walking tours, humor, and all that good stuff. Bless you guys, and I love you guys, and I see you guys soon.